up, everybody? Welcome to Comic Book Club. I'm Alex.
I'm Dustin.
I'm Pete.
And we have 3 number ones for you guys today. Ultimatum number 1, Gigantic number 1, and Terra number 1. Pete, what did you think about the election this past Tuesday?
Hey man, it's exciting stuff, you know, power to the people, let's do it. Rock the vote, I'm proud of you guys out there, way to get out there and vote.
Cool, let's talk about comic books, got that out of the way.
Yeah.
Really pithy criticism from people.
Finally, Jeff Loeb is destroying the Ultimate Universe. And also, of course, his career a little bit.
Yeah.
Sadly, Jeff Loeb and Jesse Alexander, two of the, I want to say constructs. That's
wow,
not right.
what? They're hard light constructs?
Whatever. Two of the guys very majorly behind the plots and heroes were fired this week.
Let go. They were asked to go write comic books.
Yeah.
Cool. Maybe in the future then Jeff Loeb could put a little more time into a comic book.
Please, because my review of this is, maybe you've seen the ads for this where Magneto's sitting on a throne and Thor's hammer's at his feet. That's the entire story. You don't need to
See,
read
what I
this.
thought you were going to say is they have that slogan, for what they've done, they must pay the ultimate price.
Yeah.
And I thought he was talking about comic book fans, because $4 for this? Are they serious?
Oh my god, this is what's going on.
Well, yeah, I mean, the problem with all the ads is it's supposed to be a big reveal, but they gave it away too early, so you knew the whole time who was behind it. So
It's
it really
also the
took
whole
away.
thing feels very rushed
Yeah.
throughout. I love David Finch's artwork, first of all.
Great.
He's a great artist, but I
Yes.
feel like there's pages missing in here. There's big deaths,
Yeah.
but they happen all off panel, and they're so cursory that I felt like
And you don't
maybe
even
they're
know.
not dead. I don't know.
You don't even know. It's like people swimming, a big wave hits New York, people are swimming through it. You're like, are they dead, alive?
Yeah, I also want to point out, and this is very nitpicky, but the height of the wave that destroys New York, because Johnny Storm and Mr. Storm are in the Baxter Building, which we all know. The floors, I'm sorry, I'm getting really nerdy here, but the floors that the smart Fantastic Four think tank thing is, very, very high in the building.
Yeah.
Peter Parker and friends in a subway car, which we know is like, 30 feet off the ground, something like that?
Most times they're underground.
The subway car, totally fine, not hit by water. Spoiler, Johnny Storm in the Baxter Building, drowned and dead.
Well, they're dead. I know they're dead. And so it's very...
Also, Ben Grimm very flippant about his friend. He's like, they're dead, by the way.
Yeah, well,
He said, "Tell me
you
what's
never
going
liked
on."
Johnny Storm anyway, so... No, I feel that,
That's kinda-
maybe the Baxter Building took the brunt of the wave, and by the time it got to Spidey and the train, it was
helping the story.
I do think it was very rushed and very kind of like, holy, this is a lot going on. I wanted to be, I wanted to really kind of feel the gravity of the situation a little bit more, and I felt like they were just rushed to get to the throne shot.
And even so, like why didn't we wait? Like, let's set a little precedent of what's going on in the Ultimate Universe with the characters, and then hit it, as opposed to it's a big surprise, and then all of a sudden we don't even get an explanation. It's just Magneto being like, something bad happened.
Yeah, here's another little thing that, and this is getting back to the price. For all these crazy prices that Marvel is doing now, $3.99 for every issue, they couldn't add a little cardstock on here. It feels, it just doesn't feel.
I hate to say it, but this is the way. This is the way the comics are going to be now. It's going to be the same exact thing.
Do you remember when they were Ultimate Line, the gold standard, and it was all really well done, really good cardstock.
That only lasted for a year.
Yeah, this looks and feels like a piece of crap.
Well.
Yeah, but to get back to the story a little bit, the one part I was happy about is when they were like, "Oh, who can do this?" And then they obviously gonna blame Namor, and I thought it was a good point to be like, "You did this to us," and he was like, "Oh no, I didn't." I thought that was
so weird to focus a whole 3 pages on this one very small aspect of the story.
When major X-Men die off panel.
No, that's
they
what I'm
do
saying.
most of the
That's
Fantastic
the one part where they took time with it, where I feel like they needed to
but
take
it felt
more
like
time.
a waste when there was all this other stuff.
Because we already knew it wasn't Namor.
We spent far too much time on this. Would you say pick it up?
No, it's bad.
It seems like you're leaning on yes.
The artwork is awesome.
The artwork is, pick another David Finch book up. It's the same.
Okay, all right.
Cool. Let's move on. Talk about Rick Remender's latest series, Gigantic number 1. What do you guys think about this original concept?
I like this.
No, I'm actually not being sarcastic.
No, I know.
I
You
thought
sounded
because
sarcastic.
it's like Truman Show meets giant robots.
Yeah, that's actually the way they're pitching it. What's nice is that it's like Ultraman, Godzilla style story told in a way where it's like, oh yeah, maybe the monster would be worried about crushing people.
Yeah, I feel Remender's great. He's very imaginative. I like a lot of what he does, and this is cool because you really don't know what's going on, but you it pays off at the end. You understand all the kind of weird like dialogue in the beginning.
When you read it and pick it up, it's a good book, I'd say. There's a great last page where he kind of talks about the genesis of it. It's definitely worth reading.
Which really helps a lot. Also worth mentioning is Eric Nguyen's art, which is very distinct, very unique. It's very scratchy in terms of the pencil lines, but still very, very bold, and there's some wonderful action. I also love how we go from very tight panels when it's just sort of street level. There's some great camera angles on there that he puts in, where it just gets bigger and bigger and wider as the action gets bigger and crazier.
I did feel like it was a little, the panels were kind of full, like I wanted some more space, so I could really appreciate that this guy's gigantic, because you're so close to him the whole time, and it's like, what?
Well, I think it just changes scale very quickly, but it changes scale. It's a really cool concept. It's a lot of fun. It certainly is an incomplete first issue, I think, in terms of it just sets things up.
That's why he had to explain a lot of it in like the letters page, where he's like, "Here's what actually is going on in this story."
Well, would you say pick it up?
Yeah, definitely.
I wouldn't call it incomplete. I call it a really fun, great issue.
Well, actually, I want to move on and talk about what I do think is a complete first issue, which is Terra #1. Here's what this does. It takes a character that has been introduced several times in the DCU, reintroduces them as a new character, throws you into a situation where you don't exactly understand everything that's going on, but gives you more than enough information to figure it out from the context, build some mysteries, has some fun stuff in it, and sets up some great stuff for the series. I thought this was a really good first issue.
Yeah, you get to meet some other DC Universe characters. I don't know, I'm not fully on board with the character. New Terra, the Amanda Connor art is awesome. Across the board, she's very good.
I'm happy to see Palmiotti and Connor together on this comic. You know, they're together in real life, so it's a fun.
Like they're in love.
Yeah. So it's cool to see them working on a book. It's kind of exciting, like
Yeah, and there's all that dialogue where like they break in and they're like, "We got to stop these mole people. You're so cute."
No, your art's so cute. No, your writing's so cute.
Shut up.
You're working on a Wolverine Kitty Pryde like movie with your kind of a sexy movie.
But I did feel that like
Pete and Laurie make a porno.
Oh, jeez.
Pete's dressing up as Kitty Pryde.
I did feel like there was a little
because
bit.
he's always wanted to be fucked by Wolverine.
Oh, that's
you're the best you are at what you do.
I did feel like it was a little. The TNA was a little much in some parts.
It's Amanda Connor.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
She's wearing a very tight
Here's what I like about this. It gives a real reason for there to be a Terra series. She is the under-the-ground defender, is essentially what it is.
And I like that.
And they put it out there. They have a nice turn of phrase where the character says, "Look, do you guys know that you create a problem under the ground every 10 minutes?"
Yeah.
So it gives her a clear mandate to deal with all of these things. And it really sets up a new series.
And I like you get to see Dr. Midnight and Power Girl at the end.
And they're worked in very well.
Oh, yeah, it's really smart. That's why I felt like the issue got a lot better for me at the end. Like, it really ramped up into a great comic.
I don't know. I mean, I just feel that, like, I liked the world they set up, and then I was like, oh, why bring Power Girl? And it's like more tea on top of more tea. I mean, there were parts there where it was
tea on tea?
It was tea on tea, and I was like,
you're having a girl come in and play Power Girl in your Wolverine Kitty Pryde movie.
Oh, stop with that. I just feel that, like,
a little crossover.
Yeah, I just
you know what
like
I'm saying.
It was a little much. It was a little much.
Yeah, you're gonna make.
Connor, I love you and I love her stuff, but I feel like it was. Yeah. I feel like gigantic is better.
See, I feel like you're starting to think about what we're talking about in your mind, and it's starting to get a little distracting for you.
Was that true?
I block you guys.
Do you feel like we're Terra and we're making the Earth move for you?
No, you guys don't have any tea.
This is a great first issue. I definitely say pick it up. What about you guys?
Yeah, pick it up.
Pick this one up first, and then maybe if you got extra money, pick that up.
Wow!
No, I just feel like you were selling that one so much harder.
I like Terra more than I like Gigantic.
Okay.
I like Gigantic more than I like Terra, but
we all didn't like Ultimatum. If you have a question, you can write us at the Comic Book Club at yahoo.com. You can also check out our blog at popcultureshock.com/cbclub. Please comment below the video, add a video response,
subscribe,
tell your friends.
Please.
And if you're ever in New York on a Tuesday,
you should come visit us. We're at the Pit at 8 o'clock. It's a lot of fun.
If you're ever in New York, anytime, come visit us.
Yeah, seriously.
Send us an email.
We'll either be at the Pit or Midtown Comics.
Or Alex's apartment. Which is where I sleep.
All three.